What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados, and I have just got done watching the Fantastic Four movie, and it has been a trial. Like, don't worry about it, because I love it so much, I put myself through this ordeal of watching this movie. Now, let me go ahead and start off by answering the one question that everyone wants to know. Is this movie as absolutely terrible, absolutely horrible, absolutely gut-wrenching, like as everyone thought it was going to be? And I have to say, yes and no. It is in fact a bad movie. Now I gotta say, there is a little bit of a story. I could not make the first show. I had work, and my friends, like all my friends, went to go see the first show. And I come home, and I'm getting ready, to get ready to go to the movie to catch the second show, and my friends bust inside my house. Like, you would have thought, like, I seriously thought for a second that I was about to be kidnapped. Okay, so they busted my house like, mission abort, do not go see this movie, it's so terrible. And I'm looking like, whoa. What movie? Like, I completely forgot what movie I was even talking about. So they pretty much gave it a big thumbs down. They told me not to go. But I was like, you know what? I got my friends on YouTube, and I'm gonna go see the movie just for them. I got to at least give it an educated guess. I can't just be like, oh, well, my friends say it's bad, so I'm just not gonna go see it. So having seen it, I have to say the first half of the movie, it's okay. It really is. It's really okay. The second half is where things get pretty bad. Now, I gotta give a shout out, like I said, I'm fresh at the theater, so I'm sorry if I don't remember the names, but I gotta give a major shout out to the actors who played these roles. Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Reed Richards, the dad, especially the dad of Johnny and Sue. He was such a good actor. I wanted him to be my dad. Like, I wanted to jump into the movie and be like, yes, Dad, we can do this. I feel so proud. Like, I feel so good to be your son and everything. Like, he was so on point. So, and Ben Grimm also was so on point. When he got turned to the monster, I was like, don't worry, Ben, we're gonna do this. We're gonna somehow reverse this for you, Ben. Like, I felt his pain. So going into my major spoilers. If you do not want to hear the spoilers, suggest you pause the video, go watch the movie. But first and foremost, hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. Then go watch the movie, then come back. But having said all that, it's actually pretty good. What it lacks is context. And whenever I go to a superhero or nerd movie, I always go into it as a fan of the material and as a film goer. And as a fan of the material, I give Fantastic Four literally like a 4 or 3.5. But as a movie goer, I give it like a 7.5. I feel like, you know what? If I had rented this through Redbox and I paid my $1.50, I would not feel nearly as bad. With that being said, going into it is the first half, they never develop any of the characters. All the major issues which you feel like should make you care and give you a greater understanding of these characters just aren't there. You see Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm comes from a somewhat bad home. Move on to the next one. You see Reed Richards, he wants to be a scientist, move on to the next one. See Sue Storm, hey, I'm a girl scientist, I'm really smart, I know how to do what I do, and I know patterns. Move on to the next one. I'm Johnny Storm. I kind of feel like, I'm Johnny Storm. I should have been in that new Fast and Furious movie, but I kind of came on to like the wrong sets. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Ha! Even Victor Von Doom everyone felt extremely underplayed, and it's only through the charisma of the actors that I felt like it was an enjoyable experience. I felt like I really did feel them building off one another and playing off one another really well. But at the end of the day, I don't understand why I should care about you or your problems. Like, if I didn't walk into this movie knowing you guys are going to be superheroes, why would I care about you? And like that's really the hard part. There was no moments in the movie that got me invested in the characters. I felt like the director or even the brand was banking so much on the name that you forget to make the name worth something. Now, in this particular version, it's supposed to be shop in space. Reed and Clue, they transport to a whole nother dimension, and pretty much that's how they get their powers and everything. And the whole thing happens on a drunken debacle. After solving the space-time equation that lets them teleport back, the big government guys like, oh, we're gonna ship this off into the military, to NASA. And Reed and Dr.Doom and pretty much Johnny's like, nah, dude, we ain't having that. They get drunk, and then Reed calls Ben, and he was like, hey, Ben! Ben's like, Reed, what do you want? Ben! Reed, what do you want? Ben, I told him I wouldn't do it without you. You gotta come with us. And you kind of see, like, I feel so bad knowing how this happened. Like, I really was like, Ben, just stay in bed. Just ignore the phone call, hit call alert or whatever you gotta do, and just go back to bed. Now, the one thing I will say about it is they eliminated the training montage, which we have seen in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies. I don't need to see them learn how to use their powers for the 50th time and go through the martial arts training and everything else. I get it, it's pretty cool and everything else, but I understand what I'm getting into. Now, the second half of the movie is really, really dull. It takes place on a military base, and you don't really see them get to go anywhere or do anything. And without the context that they would have established, they should have established in the first movie, you're looking like, what am I watching? And it's just a painful, slow process of like, when is this movie going to end? Now, I gotta say, it felt like the first half, you were climbing up a mountain, ting, 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 ting. You climb a mountain, you get on top, and like, you're like, yeah, I'm here. But then you fall down, and you don't even have the good graces, good courtesy to die right away. You more like you fall down, you're rolling, you roll into a giant snowball, the snowball then becomes an avalanche, and then that avalanche destroys a whole village. And just because of one guy trying to climb up on top, and that's really how I feel when the fantastic movie comes in. The special effects are different place. I understand where they were going. They really worked hard to make the special effects feel more like realistic and practical rather than more like animated, like as you see in other previous movies, and animated more cartoony like that. But I feel like the effect is lost, and because once again, without the context, by the time we got to the point where we see their powers, we have just gotten to the point of just stop caring about the movie in general. So, as a comic book fan, I want to say I give it a 4, no pun intended, 4 or 3.5, but as a moviegoer, I give it a 7. It's worth your Redbox $1.50, but not worth going to the theaters to see. And I felt like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people have gone into it with negative expectations, and because they are going into it with negative expectations, it's just tailored their opinion all throughout. This is not the absolute worst movie. It is a bad movie, but we have had a lot of bad movies, especially in the nerd community. So I feel like at the end of the day, it's just like, man, if this movie came out when Spider-Man 1 and X-Men, the rest of them came out, it would, like, literally the same movie came out back then, it would have been a phenomenal hit. But now that we've had Avengers 2 and Ant-Man, and now with the upcoming Batman, Superman, and Suicide Squad, I feel like you just don't, I feel like you're just too late, Fantastic Four. You're just too late. But you know what? Comment down below. Let me know what you feel about this movie. Let me know really like what you hate, what you love about it. I really just want to know, also be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you really want to talk about the movie, like go back and forth, blow for blow, hit me up on Twitter, definitely. And I just want to talk to people and really want to go see what this movie's about, especially since I had to go see it by myself because my friends already saw it, and now it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, but ultimately, this is Mason AJ with the Aficionados, and I say do not go watch the Fantastic Four movie unless you just really, really hate yourself.